know President Putin seems to have a different set of lawyers making a different set of interpretations, but I don't think that's fooling anybody. I think everybody recognizes that although Russia has legitimate interests in what happens in a neighboring state, that does not give it the right to use force as a means of exerting influence inside of that state.
Війна з Російською імперією буде продовжуватись, навіть якщо війська відійдуть вглиб Російської Федерації. Бо ще Степан Бандера говорив про те, що не може бути незалежної України, допоки поряд існує Російська імперія.
Я поговорив з людьми, з сім'ями воєннослужащих, поговорив з людьми, которые противоположной точки зрения, вот они здесь собрались. И пришел к выводу к одному. Шанс есть. Шанс есть сделать главное. Не пролить человеческую кровь.
Порядок в Крыму обеспечивается в основном силами самообороны, отрядами самообороны, которые выставили патрули, проверяют транспорт, который заезжает на территорию автономной республики Крым. Уже конфисковано большое количество вооружений, боеприпасов, взрывчатки. Так что, я думаю, эти меры принимаются правильно. И они должны позволить не допустить повторения в Крыму того произвола, который был устроен в Киеве и других городах.
As we've been saying for the past few days, is the ambitions of the Russians with regards to eastern Ukraine. But if Ian, our cameraman, just pushes past me this morning, you can see the Russians have parked this minesweeper in the bay here in Sevastopol, blocking the route into the channel, although some ships are going back and forth. But it's really a signal of the Russian might here.
We're asking our government and the Russian government to get together as quickly as possible to sort this out. This is a political war and it's not acceptable, he tells me. We're all brothers. A lot of us have relatives and friends in Russia.
Russia, if it wanted to help de-escalate this situation, could return its troops to the barracks, live by the 1997 base agreement, and de-escalate rather than expand their invasion.
In the uniform, very similar to the Russian uniform. Look at the uniforms of other post-Soviet. You can see such uniform in a shop. Were they Russian or not? They were self-defense teams. They were prepared very well. But look how well these people in Kiev were prepared. They were prepared in special bases in Lithuania, in Poland. They were prepared for a long time. They are divided in tens and hundreds. Everything is functioning like a clock. They are functioning very professionally, like special forces. Why do you think in Crimea it has to be different?
He denied that there were any Russian troops in Crimea, occupying Crimea. He blamed the crisis on United States interference, saying that the U.S.
He really denied there were troops in Crimea?
Yes, he did. He also blamed the crisis on the United States.
I know President Putin seems to have a different set of lawyers making a different set of interpretations, but I don't think that's fooling anybody. I think everybody recognizes that although Russia has legitimate interests in what happens in a neighboring state, that does not give it the right to use force as a means of exerting influence inside of that state.
Dans un contexte que l'on sait difficile, a pris le risque d'une escalade dangereuse. Le rôle de la France, avec l'Europe, dans ces circonstances, c'est d'exercer toute la pression nécessaire, y compris le recours éventuel à des sanctions pour imposer la voie du dialogue et rechercher une issue politique à la crise.
Infringe on Ukraine's territorial integrity will be punished. If the authorities can't do that, we'll handle it. We'll go to the Crimea, and like before, they'll run like rats.
Russia did us wrong. I admittedly don't know as much as I should about Ukraine's history or the cultural dynamics of the region, but what I do know is that military intervention is never the answer, and I will not sit here and apologize or defend military aggression.